Memorial Day, Walpole, Massachusetts, May 26, 1997, 1:04 p.m.
Can't do what I want to do.
Smile for the camera, Billy.
Hey!
Oh yeah, that's right. What? You really?
Close up, Frank. Close up. Stay with me. Step up, step forward, step forward. Close up, Frank.
Like I say, I've been given no information. Except when you show up, no information.
Oh, sorry. It was a flag thing before. And the guy who just
Yeah, face me. Face me. Let's close this up as much as we can.
This is a very significant day as we're unveiling a monument to the veterans.
I just ask you to now bow your heads in prayer.
Uncover!
First, silently. Let us gather our thoughts and our hearts around the service of those who have fought so bravely for our country. And let us, in our hearts, pray for our country, that sweet land of liberty. And Lord, by whose grace your people gain courage through looking into the hearts of faith, the heroes of faith, we lift our hearts in gratitude to thee for all who have lived valiantly and died bravely, that there might be truth, liberty, and righteousness in our land. Help us to prize highly and guard carefully the gifts which their loyalty and devotion have bestowed upon us. Grant us the joy of a living and vigorous true freedom, that we may be as true as they were true, brave as they were brave, loyal as they were loyal, and serve you and our country selflessly all the days of our life. At last receive the victor's crown through our God who created us and who protects us. Amen.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
Order! March!
Ready, two. All right, set.
Next on the agenda, we'll have the singing of the national anthem by Elizabeth.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets whistled, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Home of
Afternoon. I was never one for making speeches, but what I went through here in the last 4 or 5 months, I forced myself to come up here. I've faced a lot of hockey crowds, not as many crowd as this here. This is a more enjoyable crowd right now. I got a few pages here to read. It looks like a lot, but it's not as long as I waited to get this monument in. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off, I would like to read you a portion of a letter from the 1943 Board of Selectmen during World War II. 10% of the 7,000 population of the town were entered the armed forces. Allow this town to grow to a population of over 20,000. Today, in the following shows what we received from our town fathers. This is from the town fathers of the Walpole Times in 1943. While you are away, a chief endeavor is keeping Walpole your hometown as you would have it. and to make it the town you will want to come back to. We eagerly await the happy days when we can welcome you back. Meanwhile, the townspeople are in constant inspiration to us. On behalf of the townspeople and ourselves, we extend our very best wishes. This is Willis McLean, Albert W. Smith, Clinton Schufeld, George Sherrod Jr., and Royal Jones. That was in 1943. The score for Memorial Day, a day that will be added to Walpole history. We, the VFW Post 5188, would like to give our thanks to Timmy Songen Landscaping, and his workers, B.J. Hayes Construction, Sullivan Construction, Paul Hurley Anderson Electric, Norwood Concrete Farm, Bono Concrete, and LaRusso Sand and Gravel.
Good, how are you? I have to know what
You want? Finish it now,
That was a good tribute today.
I don't think they get enough pictures. I can't believe I didn't have my camera for this.
Present!
Oh, we're on the news.
I know, but
See it again and then take a picture.
so this one happened to get a mind light charge doing this.
Sure, stay there. We are assembled here to pay tribute to the men and women of our community who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Our neighbors who have fought in defense of this country, the sacrifices they made and the deeds they performed shall be written in history and shall remain alive in our memories for generations to come. We express sincerely our pride and gratitude for the tasks they fulfilled. Before you is the flag of our nation. That flag is the symbol of all that is sacred to us. Look at it closely for a moment. The flag of the United States that you and I cherish. Also in the flag we see the red stripes of courage, our willingness to die if necessary for preservation of American ideal. Then there is the blue of tranquility upon which the stars of our states are united to hold intact all that is truly ours. The desire for peace, prosperity, and happiness throughout our nation. We emphasize the
Thank you, Frank. On behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary, Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, I place this emblem of eternity. A color bespeaks life everlasting. Thus do we immortalize the brave deeds of our soldiers, sailors, and Marines who have given their lives on land, in sea, and in the air.
only to let us remember those who have paid the sacrifice and have given so much to us individually, but to do only that would be selling them short and making their lives being lost in vain. We deserve more than that. We deserve a country that will continue to mobilize for everyone's individual rights, for individual freedoms, their civil rights, their liberties, through tolerance and peace. Democracy is not fought over a period of just a war. It is a battle that we continue every day, day in and day out, and it's a battle that we're winning. Today, look around and see what we're celebrating. See community come together to celebrate those who have given their lives and to celebrate community.
It does not honor its veterans, does not deserve them. We are here today to try and remember the faces that we shall never see again. We are here today to try and recall the voices, to hear the voices that echo deep in our hearts. We are here to honor our lost buddies who lie sleeping under white crosses, under the stars of David, in ocean's strong arms 1,000 miles away.
World War II, as a first lieutenant in the Army Nurse Corps. Her name is Mary Hathaway, and she's going to say a few words to us. This woman wants you to
We got time for a few more words. A veteran. A veteran is. American war veterans come in a wide variety of sizes, shapes, and ages. Their collective experience spans 2 world wars and several foreign conflicts. They have followed war mules through Flanders Field, dropped badges, dropped from landing barges onto the beaches of Normandy, faced the icy cold of Fort Chalk Hill, and trudged the rice paddies of Mekong Delta. But regardless of differences in makeup and experience, all veterans share a common bond, a brotherhood of memory and hard-won wisdom that helps define their character. A veteran is the first man up as the flag passes by on the 4th of July, and the last one down. He has been a witness to blood and tears that make this and all other parades possible. A veteran is a man of peace, soft-spoken, slow to anger, quick to realize that those who talk the most about the glory of war are those who know the least about its horror. He never jokes about war. He's been there, and he sees all the memory-vivid screen, the wounded and the dying, the widows and the orphans. He knows firsthand that no war is good, and that the only thing worse than war is slavery. He is a friend to all races of man, begrudging none. He carries with him the knowledge that it is not the man who is the enemy, but enslavement and false ideology. Those whom he once faced across the battle lines, he now esteems as his brothers. A veteran is at once proud and humble. Proud of the fact that 200 years no foreign enemy has set foot on American soil, and humbled in the realization that many of his comrades who helped him make this lofty aim a reality never returned. More than anything else, a veteran loves freedom. He can spend a whole afternoon doing nothing, just because it suits him, and just because he has paid the price to do what he wants to with his time. He also takes a personal pride in the freedom of others, in men and women attending the church of their choice, in friends voting how they choose, and in children sleeping quietly without fear to interrupt their slumber. A veteran is every man grown up a little taller, a person who understands the awesome price of life's intangibles of freedom, justice, and democracy. His motto is to live and let live. But if he had to choose between servitude and conflict, the veteran would once again answer a call to duty, because Above all else, a veteran is an American. Thank you.
You did pretty good today. Yes. Okay.